sure. Very healthy looking baby. Oh. Hello? Hello? Money has been taken away from the Dockland boroughs. The ILA has been abolished. The council housing money has been stopped. They're not allowed to spend their rents and sales they get from council house sales on new buildings. And so more and more people are fighting for housing in a smaller and smaller pool. And so children of East Enders can't get houses, recent immigrants can't get houses, people in need can't get houses. And it's the East End that always has to take the pain, because it's to the East End immigrants come, they don't go to Hampstead or Knightsbridge. And this borough has to continually find solutions educationally and so on. And yet the resources to do that are being taken away from us. That sounds good. It sounds like they're not going to try and evict you on the 14th. That sounds better. There will be a delay. They're still trying to evict them, though.
Yes.
But they have taken some notice of the letter from us, and they're not going to evict you straight away, so that's good. There's no danger of you being thrown out right now. They mustn't say yes to anything without being sure that it's the sort of place they want and it's suitable for the children and everything.
Yeah. Yes.
So don't let them get pushed into taking any old offer. You know?
Yes.
Now the baby's not too well.
Yes, very bad last night.
Really?
Crying. Yes.
What's
and
the trouble?
restless.
Cold or hot? Or...
Hôm trước thì sốt lắm rồi.
I'm worried about my wife. She's going to do something.
What I'll do is write the letter, and I'll phone up the head of of homelessness and say that I'm extremely worried about the situation from the point of view of your wife's health.
And she can't speak English or anything. I mean, she can't do shopping, even go out.
Sure.
And I have explained to them. I have explained the situation. We were in Loughborough.
Sure.
The social workers.
I know.
Social workers know that. Even the social workers. Yet after all these things, they still.
Evicting
me. And
OK, well, look, I'll do that. I'll go back to surgery now and dictate a letter. And you must pick it up. I'll also speak to the head of homelessness and see what we can do.
My wife,
No, I understand the situation.
I have to move this stuff here.
All your books?
I just take them out.
Oh, my God. You have them all nicely arranged. Where can you put them in a hotel?
I don't know. I think
this is all your study books?
Yeah, well,
all your FR leaders.
So, I mean, they say they'll take into storeroom, but still I'll be...
No, it's
this is I'm worried about my wife more than
sure.
what she will do to herself and the kids.
I feel that the eviction is unjust, but also extremely ill-advised from the medical viewpoint, in as far as Mrs. Islam is only slowly recovering from a depressive illness and is at risk of harming herself or her children. I also feel that children will be damaged by their removal from a stable school environment at Cyril Jackson, and that the whole operation is extremely unwise. In fact, as you know, Mr. Islam has only become, quotes, intentionally homeless because he took a one-year course at college in Loughborough with the intention of returning to Tower Hamlets and handed his key to the housing department through a misunderstanding. It seems to me very unfair that a young man and his family should be penalised and evicted from homeless designated accommodation because he has attempted to better himself educationally.
They moved in here last October, so the weather is really cold, and they are worried at the moment. In summertime, it's all right. As last year in winter time, and there is no heating in the house. It's very cold in the bedroom, and all wet and mold smell as well. So they all have to sleep in this sitting room, and they worry now. Don't know how to getting on in the winter time. Các cái vấn đề gì em có thì bác sĩ có hỏi được không?
Thế thì cũng có, nói chung là mình gặp những cái khó khăn gì mà cảm thấy bác sĩ biết thì bác sĩ giúp được, thì bác sĩ giúp.
And the doctor is very helpful, and for rehouse, and Dr. Widgery did write them a support letter.
How is your husband?
Not so.
Really?
He's not had a wash since.
Really?
Oh, last week.
Really? Is he neglecting himself again, isn't he?
I called the doctor out.
Did you? Because I've been away for a bit.
Yes, I know you had. Dr. Fian. And
Dr.
he had
Fian,
an
that's right.
infection.
Another chest infection,
In the
was it?
chest, yeah.
I think I better probably come and see him again.
Yeah, he
because
said he needs a doctor now and again.
Is he still smoking?
Yeah,
You can't stop him.
not really. He puts the cigarettes away and then he brings them out again.
Can't you hide them? Or it wouldn't work. You just get angry.
Oh, I get cold everything now.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
wish to get cold anything else.
And he just doesn't want to shave himself, does he? He's just lost interest. It's very sad because I remember him as being a very alert gentleman, you know. And
Oh, he was, yeah.
what I was thinking was it would be a good idea perhaps to go into a hospital for a few days and they could do some tests on your chest and look at your ear and so on.
Yes, I
Would you
don't
be
mind.
okay with that?
I don't care what to do.
Right. Well, I think that would be a good idea to get, because I can't do all the tests
No,
here, you
it's
see.
true.
So, and they could probably test your hearing as well. I think you've just got a chest infection because of probably the smoking doesn't help, you know. And do you think that sounds a good idea to get him in?
Definitely,
Sure.
for my sake as well.
Okay. Okay, that's smashing. So I can't promise a date because,
No.
unfortunately, as I was saying, it's one of the things that's been cut back in the current load of cuts,
Yeah.
the respite beds. But we'll get him something, don't we?
Yeah.
I knew when you was, I knew you when you see this what's time in the telly.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. You saw it, did you?
No holiday anyway.
No, it's dreadful. It rained every damn day. Okay, sure. I'll get that arranged.
Must have blown.
Okay. It's what we call respite care, and it's specifically designed for people, carers, who look after quite ill people, chronically ill people, year in, year out. And the idea is that they get a guaranteed couple of weeks when the person being looked after can be taken into hospital and probably assessed medically and really give the carer a break for a couple of weeks. And they're an absolute godsend, as you can imagine. A lot of people who would otherwise have to be in hospitals are looked after at home by unpaid, usually, carers, on the basis that they get a couple of weeks' respite. Unfortunately, the cuts that the London Hospital Trust have just announced last month seem to be specifically affecting the respite beds and the ward on which they did the respite care. It looks like it's going to be closed.
As you know, we're closing one of the long-stay wards, so any respites we're having to take into acute beds.
So there's a bit of a wait then, I suppose.
Well, it depends, you see. I mean, I know this man's got a bad chest, but that you can't go into St Clement's for the respite. Is it a dementia patient?
Well, I could try that, but I think they'll send me back to you. I mean, really, that would be a very good... I mean, he's under Dr Hughes, and he's got a chest problem that really is quite acute, and we wanted to really get him medically worked up while he was in. That was the hope, that he gets some chest x-rays and so on done, you know.
Well, let me get a card out, see if I know him first of all.
Do you want me to fax something over or write a letter or
Yeah, I
something?
mean, that'd be useful
So they
if
know.
you could.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks very much. I'll do that
Okay,
now.
all right,
Bye.
have you got our fax number?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
Okay.
all very modern nowadays.
Right, fine.
Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
bye-bye.
Right, so that's a wait and see.
What do you predict?
They'll probably find a bed, actually. They're quite scared of me because they know I cause trouble if they don't do. Obviously, anyone who's going to go into bed and breakfast is going to be depressed and upset, but I think some of the things she's doing and saying are
Yeah.
more serious.
It's not just housing, it just has state of mind, and which would be worse if she's put into that.
Obviously,
I mean,
yeah.
the thing she's doing and saying, I mean, I'm so scared.
Yeah. She was in bed and breakfast before, wasn't she? Where was that?
That was in Paddington.
Paddington.
See, what it is, not just bed and breakfast, it's her own state of mind. But once it's there, she gets, you know, she loses herself completely. I mean, she just does things. What she was saying the other day, she'll just walk out and end up where I can, you know, saying she can go in the front of a car or something.
Yeah, sure. What I think I'll do is try and arrange for Dr. Cookson, who's a psychiatrist, to come with Miriam, who works here. So because he needs to talk directly through. It's not good enough you translating.
No, I don't like that.
Well, it's a difficult situation for you because you're part of the situation. But to make a home visit, and I think that I'm going to ask the housing people to hold off moving you until Dr. Cookson's had a chance to make a report to them about what will happen to your wife if she goes into bed and breakfast. She's a lady with 4 children under the age of 9, 3 boys and a girl, and I've known her for about 2 years now. She's always had sort of a fairly stormy marriage, but she's recently got a lot worse, and over the last 2 months she's been both withdrawn and apathetic and very inert, lying in bed a lot of the time and not responding. And then when she gets up, she talks to herself a lot. She has 1 or 2 fixed delusions, and recently, and most worryingly, she's been issuing threats about self-harm and about harming the children. Well, it's great to be able to say we had the good vaccine, but it doesn't really help launching a new vaccine to have a scare about the vaccine we've said is absolutely safe, no worries. And they put on the radio and it turns out to be giving meningitis. It's very secret. It's being negotiated.
His account of things makes it sound as though she's hearing voices and she's paranoid. Her account of things shows that she's quite depressed and has been for some time, feels pretty hopeless, even thinks about wanting to die. And she complains a lot about her husband. There is the added problem of all the social difficulties, because apart from the housing, and they say that they've been moved perhaps 8 times over the years, she's got 4 children to look after.
Fairly unruly kids.
And she had the death of her brother last year of cancer.
I didn't know.
There are some other family problems tied up with the death of the brother. The other problem contributing to the difficulties is that he doesn't work. He's been studying for something like 10 years. He's a sort of perpetual student.
He keeps on starting courses and then he can't carry it through. I mean, I actually managed to get him a place by special breeding, but he never carries it through because of the problems of his family and the kids and so on. I think if you could write to the homeless lot and say something about that didn't feel her transfer to Finsbury Park was going to help very much, and could she be got back to the borough, the homeless persons have sort of said they will push her up the list a bit, because otherwise they could be there for 6 or 9 months, and I think she'll deteriorate out there probably.
In last term's forum newsletter, I sent out with it a form for everybody to fill in, everybody who was involved in doing any work for the forum to fill in and return to me. I've received about half a dozen of those, and I know there are more people than that doing work for the forum. There is a distinct possibility that money is going to be available to pay you for that work. If you don't let me know what work you're doing, you won't get any money.
The most important thing the NHS did in East London was to stop GPs being commercial rivals and put us into one unified service. And I think, although the health centre could have applied to become a fund holder and rowed its own boat and bought its own services, we were dead against that, and so are most of the other doctors in this area, because we've seen the damage that can do and the fragmentation that produces. And so we've tried to get together through the forum to commission services with GPs specifying the kind of services we want from the hospitals, but across the board, so that the advantages will appertain to all doctors and all patients, and patients won't flock to one particular fund-holding practice believing they're going to get a better deal. I think that can be quite constructive. I'm very hopeful of what the forum can do, but then the forum has no influence really over the assuring the quality and the contracts are adhered to, or assuring there's even a London hospital there to ditch out the contracts. I mean, the situation in inner London teaching hospitals is changing so rapidly at the moment.
Can you come in?
But you know that the property has only got gas twice, don't you? It's not central heating. No, I'm not. I mean, at least this is a house.
Yeah, but what's the objective? I'm not in line with move around so much.
I'm afraid that is the way that the system works at the moment.
He doesn't want to. I mean, even before saying the house, he didn't want it to come. Not because he doesn't know the house, just he doesn't like moving about. She's saying she moved about 12 times.
You've moved 12 times. Well, if you moved here, I don't think you would have to move for a couple of years and then you would get your permanent house. But it isn't really up to me.
Well, I explained to her, I don't know.
Oh. So the trouble is that I really don't have any power on this at all because it's the council and I don't work for the council. They just pay me to do this, but I can't help you really.
Oh, what's in here?
So this is the bathroom. It's instantaneous hot water from here.
This is hot.
But this is the only heating, which is an electric fan heater. Do you need more chests of drawers than we've given you? There's not very many, is there?
Can you get some bookcases or something like that?
I'm afraid we don't do bookcases.
It should involve the doctors because I don't think Donna's going to be able to smear all the women to get us over the 80%. But we're actually going to target the women that we need to off the list.
Because I'm behind on this, Donna showed me all my people, and I found, I think about a third of them I was convinced didn't exist, had moved on. I'd never seen them, they hadn't come up on the computer for the last 3 years.
I have to say, I do feel that you approach this from the wrong direction, David. I think you should be actually giving more women smear tests rather than trying to reduce your population. I think that's the more effective way of doing it.
There's no point in us trying to drag up people who don't exist, is there?
No,
so
that's
what
true.
Donna and I, as I quite agree about that, Donna and I have tried to do is then write personal letters. These are women who've refused 3 invites. I have no dislike of doing smears. It's just, I think, at the end of a consultation, I'm not single-minded enough to say, and now we've finished discussing your bereavement, will you take your clothes off and get on the bed and I'll do a smear? And I know Anna does that, and I know that's the way to get the figures up, but I just often say, look, come back and have a smear, or go and see Donna and have a smear, and I'm not very assertive about it, and that's, I think it's quite difficult actually sometimes to really insist that people have a smear then and there. I think the line has to be, let's get on with it sort of thing. I mean, I'm obsessive about not getting too behind time. If you're going to have quite a long conversation and then add on a smear, and put it on the computer and fill in the form in triplicate in pencil and write on the glass smear, that's another. I can't do it in under 12 minutes actually from start to finish unless you're really ram the speculum in and run sort of thing. I feel you're fighting a battle with time. That you're fighting. You've got those thousands of feet out there trampling, waiting to see you, and I'm quite scared obviously neurotically scared of getting behind time. My battle is to stay on time. I'm fighting with time to stay on time.
We're all doing that.
Well, no, we're all doing it, but I'm particularly obsessional about it. And
some of us concede defeat after the first page.
Let's have this right up so we can see what we're doing. This open.
I've got some morning in it, so.
Well, coughing does produce pain after a while, just in the muscles, but I want some really big breaths in and out. That's good. A little bit deeper. Keep that coming. Damn police guy. Can never... And how's your back? We can't have you going down, we're relying on you to keep...
Like the lame treating the lame, isn't
Well,
it?
the blind treating the blind, whatever it is, yeah. Now, what I wanted particularly is this thing about this damn door ram. We're doing the world of good if we could get... We've got him a wheelchair now, haven't we?
No, he ain't
That
got
hasn't
a chair.
come yet.
No, he ain't got a chair. No, what I said to you was, when he goes to the hospital, they come and bring him in a chair, because he has to go in an oxygen ambulance.
Sure.
See? So they come in, and he can't do the steps, so they bring a...
They bring a ramp with them?
A chair. If he goes out there, there's no one in this block of flats that can help me to bring him in, you see, because they're all pensioners here.
Sure.
The man next door was the nearest one, but he's been ill himself, so I can't ask him.
No.
So therefore he's
stuck indoors.
He can go out there when it was. He has been out there, but he can't do the sun now like he used to. He don't like the sun so much like he used to. You see.
With that car there, it's not. I can't say it's the most brilliant air in the world, but I think getting outside in the open air is a good thing. What did you used to do when you were young? I can't remember.
I was steel erector.
Steel erector?
Yeah.
So you could leap around and...
Oh, yeah, anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. Climb and never bothered me. No, never bothered. And then when I left that, I went into the sea, like, and rigging. I rigged the K-Star.
Really?
Yeah, the Discovery that went over around the Antarctic. We rigged that.
You did the rigging?
All the rigging on that.
I can remember when we was kids, we could go out and we could go out, and my parents would go out, maybe out while we come home from school, and we've got a key. We've got a key hanging behind the back of the door, and we'd pull the letterbox and pull the key out, let yourself in, and go in.
Couldn't do that now.
And you can't do that now, can you?
You'd be robbed
You
the
can't
next day,
do it.
wouldn't
No.
you?
I mean, we could play out till 10 o'clock
Really?
at night, and there was nothing. But people now are frightened to go. Oh, what?
Sure.
I don't. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm frightened to go out. I wouldn't go out late at night on my own.
After what I've done with my life, you know, I think, and end up like this. Oh well.
Anyway, I hope we're going to get this ramp sorted out. But you've done very well, really. I mean,
Yeah, I've done.
you should have been pushing up daisies a couple of years ago. I said to your wife that, but we want to make your life a bit more fun, because sitting in here all the time it must get on your nerves a bit.
I would like to be able to, you know. If I could, I might be able to do a step down a little while ago, but it's getting up
Not
again.
now.
Sure.
Did I hear you wrong yesterday when you said you was going away for a year?
Yes, I am going away
Yeah,
for
I
you.
said so, George.
I'm sorry, I'm going off to do a research course, but I've got a very good deputy.
Has he been here before?
It's a lady, Laura.
Is that not that coloured lady?
No, it's not her. No, it's
it's not
Diane.
the
She's
same one.
nice, isn't she? But no, this is a woman who's youngish, but she's extremely good.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
going to take over everything, and I'll put her in the picture about George
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
I feel quite mixed feelings. I think the research I'm going to do is important, and it's important for GPs to get, particularly inner city GPs, to get breaks from the work and recharge our batteries. On the other hand, I'm going to miss the patients incredibly, and I realise how lucky I am to be working with a big group of people who, without making a fuss about it, are making a very real contribution to the health of people in E14. And it's a great privilege to do that kind of work, and I guess I'm going to miss it quite a lot, sitting around in the archives trying to research how primary care originated in East London. The tragic thing is that there's actually many parallels between the chaos out of which the health service was created, late 19th century, early 20th century, in terms of London's malorganisation and the failure of privatised health services, that we're going back to. And the situation where the hospitals are under siege and the GPs are in competition within each other, which I'm looking at in the late 19th century, is exactly the one they want to get us back into now. So it's kind of a bit like looking in some ghastly mirror and recognising your own face.
He can go in tomorrow, can he?
You can go in tomorrow.
Okay.
Would he go in?
Will you go in tomorrow? Because otherwise you'll lose the bed. Yes.
You will?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, well, can you get him ready? They'll probably come and pick him up anywhere from 9 o'clock.
Are connected to the London Ambulance Emergency Service. Please hold the line. One of our staff will take your call as soon as possible.
One of the bedrooms is occupied by all my furniture, which leaves us one bedroom.
Really?
Three of us in one bed.
Three of you in one bed?
Yeah, my daughter and the grandchild of 10 and myself.
3 generations.
Yeah.
Must be a tight fit.
That's right.
That's really very unsatisfactory, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And how far have you got with the housing? Have they agreed to...
Nothing, anything.
And is it having an effect on your health? Because your breathing's not at all good, is it?
No, it has got worse since, like, you know.
Tell me what problems you're getting.
Well, for instance, my daughter's got stairs, and I've got to go to the stairs to go to the bathroom, toilet.
And you get short of breath?
I do, yeah.
Because you've had a lot of trouble with asthma, haven't you?
Chronic asthma,
I think I should write another letter,
yeah.
and you take it in person with your daughter to back you up, and try and get at least an interview.
Connected to the London Ambulance Emergency Service. Please hold the line. One of our staff will take your call as soon as possible.
Where were you living before you were at the Salvation Army?
With Mother.
Right. And did you live rough at all ever? Or?
I did a bit rough for
About 6 months, like, you know.
Whereabouts were you sleeping?
I was sleeping in the toilets in the Wrigley Road.
Oh dear. Didn't you get thrown out, or?
I did a couple of times, yeah.
Where did you sleep then?
I was going to the hospital, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And they give you a bed for the night, would they?
No, I just stay there, like, you know, till the morning, like, you know.
What, in the casualty?
Yeah, casualty apartment, yeah.
So you must be much happier
Yeah.
at Riverside House.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's no kicking rough, is it? Especially in the winter.
Well, exactly. If you had to leave the Salvation Army, where would you like to go? Not with your mother, or?
No, I can't go with Mother now, actually. You've got the room, like.
Did she ask you to leave the house? Or?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Did you have a row, or?
No, I didn't have a row at all, no. Just...
Do you still see her, or?
Not recently, like. Somebody living with me, like, does me go away, or when I go there.
Right. Not. And her new boyfriend's not very friendly to you, is that it?
No, that's it, yeah.
Okay, well, let's give you a certificate. Okay. And I'd like you to see this new doctor who's coming. But I think you're a lot better than what you were.
Yeah,
You have to be very regular with those tablets.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
And you have to be careful to who you talk to in the Salvation Army, you know.
Yeah,
There's some men there who not so nice, you know.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You have to be a bit careful about
yeah.
keeping good company, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's my bed there, yeah.
And how long have you been here?
3 years.
What do you think of it?
It's alright, yeah.
Who do you share with?
2 people. I don't know their names. Well, the first name, I know Barry there.
It's to the London Ambulance Emergency Service. Please hold the line. One of our staff will take your call as soon as possible.
You're looking well. You've been fighting again or something? Or?
No way. I don't fight.
Sit yourself down, Joseph, and I'll just get your cards up.
That's the only thing I don't do. I don't fight.
Other people fight you.
The police pulled me in a couple of times, though.
Really?
And spoiled my, my ankle is healed up.
Right.
Yeah. They pulled me in and spoiled my, they spoiled my appointments.
Oh dear, right.
And they said I was drunk all the time.
Whoa, what a terrible... See, because they wanted to look inside your stomach to see what was going on in case you had a bleeding ulcer or something.
No, I don't think so.
So they never looked? They never had a chance to do it?
When I went in, on the day that you gave me the appointment,
sure.
I was a little bit tipsy.
Right.
Because I am a chronic alcoholic, you know that.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, if I go in there now drunk, they're going to chuck me out anyway.
You're probably right. Roll your sleeve up and let's have a look at, take your blood pressure.
Which one?
The right-hand one would be best, yeah.
Oh, big Jim,
what you been up to?
Oh, I was self-defence, I'd call it.
Self-defence is when it's healing up, okay.
Yeah.
What, someone had a pop at you, did they? Or?
They did. Oh, mother of God, I'm full of it, didn't I?
Yeah, sure. A challenge to medical science, you are, Mr.
shampoo him.
And how much are you drinking now in the course of the day?
Oh, God only knows.
How much?
Sometimes I wouldn't be able to count them, doctor.
Really?
I will never lie to my doctor.
Double figures?
I can't even accumulate them.
Really?
I mean, I can start early in the morning and finish late at night. And if I have anything, I might even still drink during the night.
Really? And what are you drinking? Cider and brew and things?
Cider, special brew, Tennent's, whatever I can get hold of.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, your blood pressure's remarkable on the strength of that. Let's just fill your pass. Can you hold your hand up straight for me?
Yeah. There you go.
Good. And can you just touch your finger like that on your nose?
My index finger.
And then, no, and mine then. No, you've got to do mine then. Touch yours and then mine.
Oh,
put it on there.
Oh, I don't know whether I can do that.
Not bad.
I was fuzzy, but come on.
Right. Oh, well, I think you're doing quite well as it goes.
I've never known to wait all this time for an ambulance or to get through to an ambulance. You could be dead.
Why are we waiting? Sometimes I don't know what. Where was it? Something like I can't. People can't. I lose me. Time.
Yeah, had ambulance before, you had to wait about 20 minutes. Never wait a few hours. I mean, all yesterday afternoon they were trying to get through to the ambulance, weren't they? Unbelievable.
Oh, maybe someone who put a... What's aiming in the bottom here?
They're closing the outpatients in Mile End. I mean, they need those sort of things. Any casualties or accidents. We're in the country, the Tories have.
That's not old for that.
Of course they are.
As old as this bloody hills, eh?
Well, they're flats.
Well, I'm going back years ago.
Who's this? Your girl's out.
Yeah, that's years ago. That
Hello?
the same thing.
Hey? Ambulance? Oh, okay, thank you. Like the dawn. Yeah. Ambulance.
What? What's wrong?
The ambulance.
Oh.
Better get your pullover on.
Taxi.
You get taxi in a minute. Turn round. Come over here. Let's turn round. Here. Do you want a cardigan on?
I think so, yeah. My hair's going, isn't it? The glasses on? Oh, that's better.
You coming with us?
Well, he's a patient.
Oh, is he? I thought you was a patient. I've got Mrs.
No, it's Mister.
It's the new
No, it's
uniform,
him.
yeah.
Hang on till I get me bag.
Where I gotta go?
Mile End?
Yes, please.
Yep, we all ready? Your keys and your bags.
You ready? Bloody bags or something?
I don't know where you put them. You got them?
No, you said...
You're not there this morning, are you?
You said what time? You got me out.
I don't know what you've done with them. They were on it. You've got them yourself.
I did this.
Yeah? Well, you've got them.
What?
Your cigarettes, you just brought them out.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want now?
Nothing.
Let's go.
Come on. Tell darlings.
Right.
All we need, yeah?
I've got the key. What I've been waiting such a long while.
Yeah, I know.
Never mind. What are you, overworked?
Yeah, well, as been said, we are. We're understaffed.
That's what I thought.
Understaffed, underpaid, overworked.
Hello, it's Dr. Widgery. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, I'm not your neighbours, don't I?
Oh, yeah.
Wrong one. Hello there. Dr. Widgery, how are you? Dr. Playford came in yesterday. Well, how are you feeling?
Oh, I had a breakfast this morning and I didn't bring it up.
It stayed down. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And that was the first time that you've not vomited?
Yeah.
What about the cough as such? Are you...
Not too bad. Bit phlegmy.
Bit funny. What colour is the phlegm?
Sort of browny.
So it's still a dirty colour, is it?
Yeah.
Right. I just want to listen to your chest. big breaths in and out. When I first came, there were 14 hospitals in the East End, which there's now only 3 left. So the shrinkage of the hospital beds, the increase of the waiting lists, and the pressure that the hospitals are under is phenomenal. I'd hate to be a hospital doctor. General practice has greatly improved, I think, and although it wasn't too bad to start with, it was rather idiosyncratic. It's now provided in better facilities with more staff, but there's a limit to what you can do in general practice. I mean, I can't cure cancer in our broom cupboard.
Good morning, this is Mildred Gordon, the MP for Bowen Poplar.
Oh, hello.
Yes, hello. I just read in The Guardian about the death of David Widgery, which I'm absolutely shocked by. When is his funeral, and would it be in order to attend if it's possible for me to do so?
His funeral's actually on Saturday.
It's an East London advertising. David.
You've got it all ready? I can't have children, does it?
No, it comes out late on Thursday afternoon.
Oh.
I think that's the one in front of his book.
Dr. David Widgery. That was the only last time I've seen him alive. And holy God, it's fantastic. I didn't even know that he was dead for a long time. But anyway, he was one. Do you know what? He was one hell of a doctor.